Hey Saints, I'm Mitchell Bentley.
And I'm John Sigfrenis, and this is SFHS Today.
Welcome to the first full week of November.
In national news, the gunman who attacked a synagogue in Pittsburgh has been indicted on 44 counts.
In school news, there's a college rep visiting on Thursday from St. Cloud State University.
Tomorrow is election day, and reporters Charlotte Santerre and Maddie Karshbaum spoke with local school board candidates to get to their views.
What motivated you to run for a spot on the board?
I was on it a couple years ago. I got appointed because I ran, and one of the people I ran against left. So I got appointed. So I got a taste of what it was like, and I liked it. And it's an opportunity to be able to help.
Well, being on the school board is a lot of work. It is a lot of work, and so I spend countless hours currently because I am running for re-election. So I've been on the school board before, and so I think it means being accountable to both the students and the community, all of the families around here, and making sure that we provide the very best education for every single student that we can.
What motivated me to run for a spot on the board is, and I'm just a regular parent who volunteers a lot of time. My wife and I both put a lot of time in PTOs and booster clubs and activities and events. And the more and more I had been talking to people, other parents, students, and also teachers and administration about the recent havoc in our school district, such as the drastic cuts in the teachers, a lot of people were saying I should run for school board, and I thought to myself, hey, I'll look into that.
Well, the district is very complicated, and I didn't realize that prior to being on the school board. Even though I had been in the system for so many years, I didn't realize some of the ins and outs. And so I think part of what I can do is I have the big picture, and I can help all those pieces fit together.
To look at it from a big picture standpoint, meaning we hire people like teachers and principals and stuff to do their job, and we got to make sure that they can do their jobs. And then the school board needs to take a look at the bigger picture of what are we doing with our funding in terms of buildings or land and things like that we rent and own that can help.
I have been a foster care provider for 20 years, and so I've had a lot of different children come through my home with a lot of different needs and interests and activities, and I love kids. I love kids, and so I think education is just an outgrowth of that, and me wanting to be really involved in their education.
I believe in this school district. I believe in public education, and I think we can do a lot better than we're doing right now, because what's happening right now is not working, and they just seem to be doing the same thing over and over again.
I feel a business background, so that I have an understanding of the business and the finances.
I think it's the bedrock of our democracy. You know, you're talking about you want to vote, but if you want to vote and be a responsible citizen, you need to have information and know how to get information. And public schools give us that, and it gives everybody that, not just certain people. So a lifetime supporter of public schools.
So we don't get involved in the micromanagement, the day-to-day activities, but we're more involved with writing and rewriting policies, working with the financial part of the district, making sure that we have a balanced budget and that we have money in the bank. We're currently having to oversee the bonding budget, which can only be used for buildings. And so overseeing those types of things, being involved on certain committees as we're assigned. We've always been very involved in negotiating contracts in the district. So sitting on negotiating committees and being present for anyone who has questions or concerns to be able to address those through the proper channels.
I've had 4 kids go through the system. So some of them have done TSCO, some of them have done straight through the school. I've had my kids take college in the classroom, and my kids have been in some kind of sports and music activity. So I feel like I got a well-rounded of what kids tend to go through.
So as a school board member, I'd like to really become clear on what's going on with the money being spent in the school district and why it's need to be spent and why it's need to not be spent.
Is there anything that the public should know about you, especially targeting towards high school students that are registered to vote?
I think there's been some misinformation about me of late, that I voted against show choir, and there was no vote to vote against sanctioning of the show choir. And I would like anyone who has heard that to know that no vote for sanctioning of the show choir came up before the school board. That didn't happen, and that's a lot of misinformation, and a lot of gossip has gone out, and I did not vote against that. I'm incredibly supportive of the arts.
All important education rests upon 3 things: the student, the parent, and the teacher or the teaching system, meaning like our school district and your staff. And I believe all 3 of those things need to have full skin in the game, fully be invested, and fully be ready to do the best that they can.
Thanks for the information. In addition, people will be voting for governor choosing between Republican Jeff Johnson and Democrat Tim Walz. State Senate and House races, Attorney General, City Council, and mayoral races will also be decided.
Today, during Saints Time, sophomores and juniors have the opportunity to speak with a rep from Jostens about class rings.
Also, as seniors look toward graduation, if you don't have your senior quote or photo in for yearbook, you should speak with Joel Olson or one of the yearbook editors immediately. Otherwise, your senior quote will just say, "Go Saints."
In arts news, the fall production of Midsummer Night Dream opens on Thursday night and runs through Sunday.
Some select classes will have the opportunity to see part of the show on Friday.
Now for some fun features. Tommy Ficasello, Jake Diebert, Drew Bancroft, and I have started a new segment called Pet of the Week. This week we got to visit with Stella and her person, Amanda Jordan.
I'm Tommy Ficasello.
And I'm Amanda Jordan.
And we're interviewing Stella and Amanda today.
Have a good day. And all my homies wanna ride today.
That's right.
And all these mommies look fly today. And all we wanna do is get by today. Hey, we're gonna have a good day.
Stella is 10 weeks old. She's named after my grandma. Oh, she was actually just at the vet yesterday and they said she will be small, like only 60 pounds. Oh, we got her in Wadena, 3 hours away because we have another dog from the same breeder. She really likes to play with our other dog, Lucky. They play all the time together, but she attacks the cats and then they hiss at her. She figured out how to open her kennel, so now we have to like put a lock on it, and she's chewed up just so many like toys and stuff and like baskets. Whenever I let her out to go to the bathroom, I always see her in the driveway eating the little gravel.
Now stay tuned for RQT, Weather and Sports.
It's the random question thing. Ding.
What is up, guys? It's Jack here alongside my boy Ashton. We're here for our QT.
Our question this week is, what is your favorite music artist and song?
What is your favorite music artist and song?
Slipknot, The Devil and I.
My favorite song is You're Beautiful by James Blunt.
I like Wake Up by Travis Scott.
And 5% Tim by Travis Scott.
My favorite artist is Jason Aldean, and the song is Any Old Barstool.
Alright, so my favorite artist is A Boogie with the Hoodie, and my favorite song, it's not yet out on Apple Music or Spotify, but it is on SoundCloud. 3-Minute Combo by A Boogie.
Anaconda by Nicki Minaj. Macklemore, Thrift Shopping. Cardi B, Money.
Howdy Saints, I'm Sam Aldrich and I'm here to get you caught up on sports. Let's get right into it. With fall sports wrapped up, winter sports are gearing up for their upcoming seasons. Many have started tryouts. Girls hockey had tryouts last Monday and Tuesday and have their first scrimmage against Anoka tomorrow at their home rink. 3 new coaches have been hired. Corey Denny has moved into the head coach position after having 3 years of assistant coaching. He will be assisted by Andrew Waters and Chelsea Knopp. Reporter and hockey player Peyton Beadle spoke with them last week.
I have been a head coach or an assistant coach for approximately 18 years.
I work at St. Francis High School in the special ed department. I'm an EA, and it is my first year.
I've been coaching about 5 years now.
My proudest moments with these girls is when we went to Rogers and beat them for the first time ever in school history.
I'd like for us to have a winning season, and I'd also like for the girls, after every game, regardless, win or lose, know that they played their absolute hardest.
Last year, the girls had a winning season, and they hope to capitalize on their 7 returning seniors. Looking back, girls volleyball, the girls played well all season. One player who stood out was Sarah Fuchs. She's a good fundamental player who doesn't make many mistakes. Reporters Paige Aldrich and Devin Burgess set up some interviews to give more information on this outstanding Saint.
How long have you been in volleyball?
I've been playing volleyball for about 9 years, and this is my 5th year in the high school program.
What positions do you play?
I'm a setter right now, but I spent a majority of my high school career as a right side hitter.
So Sarah has just shown so much growth over the past, 3-4 years. She has been a right side hitter for the majority of her career until last fall. We asked her to think about setting, and she spent a lot of time in the off seasons preparing to be a setter, and she came in really prepared to be that setter on our team, and we were thinking 6'2" and still having her set or hit with the setting position, but she really has become an amazing setter for our team and filled those shoes of Hannah McCann leaving last year really well.
What does Sarah bring to the team?
She brings a lot to the team. She's one of our main players, and she's always going for the ball, and she's always she worked really hard, and she is amazing at everything really on the court.
Yeah, she's really a hard worker. I don't think I've ever seen Sarah give up intentionally, but yeah, she just is a big role to the team, and we're really glad to have her this year.
What does she bring to the team?
So leadership. She's really grown as a leader. That setter has to be kind of the quarterback of the team, and I was a little nervous last year thinking that she was going to be able to do that because she's kind of a quiet kid, but she's really come out of her shell this year and become a real leader on the court.
How is Sarah as a teammate?
She's really good. She brings a lot of positivity to the court, and she had to step up a lot this year to be our setter, and she's doing a really good job. So,
yeah, last year Sarah didn't set at all, and now she's our full-time setter, and she's just really great at it and amazing.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite thing about volleyball?
I think my favorite thing is the celebrations after a long rally.
What's the best memory you've had?
I think probably still our first game when we beat Andover in 5 sets.
I'd have to agree with her. That game against Andover was quite a thriller. Saints football had a heartbreaking loss to the Huskies in the semifinals, but senior Carter Pendergrass had a huge impact on the field this season, so we talked to him, a couple players and some coaches about what Carter brings to the team.
How long have you been playing varsity football?
I started playing varsity football as a sophomore.
How's your season been going?
For me, I kind of switched to running back, I guess, in the middle of the season. I'm liking running back a lot, and as a team, we've been improving all year, gotten a lot better from the beginning of the year. So.
How is this transition from wide receiver to a running back?
It's gone really well. Carter was a wide receiver ever since I've been coaching here. I started with Carter as a freshman. He was one of our wide receivers. He's a really good athlete, which made the transition from wide receiver to running back a little bit smoother for him. And he's a smart kid. It's hard to learn two different positions. And for him to be able to pick up on the running back position quickly has been really beneficial to him and allowed him to be a playmaker for us. And the nice thing is he can still play the wide receiver position, so if we need to move him out there, it puts a lot of pressure on the defenses we face because Carter can move around and do a lot of different things. So it's definitely gone well, and I think he's also helped some of the younger guys pick up on the position as well. And as you can see from last Friday night, he's been very successful in this transition.
How is Carter as a teammate, and what does he bring to the team?
Carter is a really good teammate, and he's a really good role model for the younger kids on our team. And he brings a lot of positive energy to our team and a new type of running. He likes to run downhill instead of side to side, which really has helped out so far this year.
How did Carter play last Wednesday?
Carter had a great game for us on Wednesday. He's really kind of coming into his own as a running back. Took him a little bit of time to transition, like anybody, to a new position, but he's really starting to figure it out, and it showed on Wednesday.
I don't know, I think just like being able to break tackles and break long runs was a really big part of last game.
What does the hammer mean?
So Swagger brought in all the running backs, and he gave us all hammers and said to be the hammer, not the nail, as in like go in there 100%, don't hold anything back, and I just thought I would bring it on the field. Just help me.
Watching those 3 rushing touchdowns against the Huskies in the final season game hyped up the fans and was truly spectacular. Last week, girls basketball had a mandatory parent-player meeting, and freshman tryouts start Thursday in the gym. Monday the 12th is the first day of practice and tryouts for varsity. Looking way ahead, SFHS baseball players have a meeting on November 12th in the Saints Room. There's a morning meeting from 7:05 to 7:35 and an afternoon meeting from 2:30 to 3. Players only need to attend one of these meetings. In some activities news, there's an informational speech team meeting tomorrow at 2:40 in Miss Arnold's room, C202. Before we go, many of the winter teams are still seeking managers. If you're interested, you should talk to a coach or a captain. That's all we have for you this week, Saints. Make sure you tune into In the Bleachers podcast with me and Justin Albachton. Our latest episode was posted last week. We'll have more as the winter sports season unfolds. Stay safe, Saints.